Well, it is 12:38 now p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time, and we are in 18th place. What a shift in reaction to think we were winning 1-0. We get scored on 3 minutes after. I'm not even, done celebrating that goal. And the free kick comes about. Now, I will not fault Everson for his performance on that free kick, on his stance, because he played a great match. Perhaps probably one of the best compared to Danny Ward's best match or matches with us this season, without a doubt. Only 2 Premier League starts, I think, for Everson, and both have been quality. Quality for someone who has been sitting on the bench majority of the season. Now, going into the starting 11, what I wanted there to be were 2 attacking players up top to support either Daka or Vardy. Wouldn't prefer Vardy, but Daka, we assume was going to be starting, which he did, but there needed to be someone there to support him, which had to be Kalichi and Nacho. You do see the first half. Nothing is produced up top. Daka is alone. He can't hold the ball. He has to wait for help. We're sitting 2 back. He doesn't have the strength to keep the ball up top, which is why you have Kalichi and Nacho. Everybody knows this. I'm not the one that's just saying it. Everyone knows that Patson Daka can't play alone up top. If he does and somehow plays great, it's not going to happen again. Sadly, that does not stay consistent. Anyways, same performance as the match against Brentford in the first half. Nothing produced. Luckily, Suter, fast, were there to block I don't know how many balls. It was like 8 corners, 7 corners in the first half. Compared to us, we had none. So, going into that first half, what can we say is getting better or has improved compared to the last match before the international break? Nothing. It's just something that's very, very aggravating. Going into the comments, Chess Leicester, how's it going? May, I predicted the 32 shots on goal. Well, maybe slightly more than anticipated. Yeah, I don't know how many shots on goal, but Everson, like I said, you have to give him credit. Some shots that were taken, you would probably think Ward would not save them. So Everson certainly saved a handful amount of shots that, if Ward was playing, perhaps would have gone in. But yeah, first half, nothing produced. No one to support Doc up top. You have to have 2 strikers. Now, we are back in the relegation zone, 18th place. Luckily, just luckily, the slightest luck, all the results have somehow come in our favor with Leeds losing. We have Bournemouth. They won, but, it's still there. There's still like a 5-point gap between 18th place and if I'm looking, it is 12th place. So let me just go ahead and share that. So yeah, just looking over here, like I said, Crystal Palace got the win, but they do have 30 points. We have 25. It's still slightly close, but you have to act now. Leicester City, the board have to act now. They have to sack Brendan Rodgers. There is nothing that we can come away from this match, even though we scored. There is nothing, because that first half, if we continue with Brendan Rodgers, it's going to be the same thing. First half, we play terribly. It's not going to be always where there's no goals that are going to be conceded in the first half. We're going to play teams like Man City, like Liverpool. They're not going to, not score on us if we give them those opportunities. They're going to score. So if we continue with Brendan Rodgers playing like that, playing very, very horrible in the first half, we're going to end up trailing by 3 to 4 goals before we get into the second half. But yeah, going into also, like I was saying, into the starting 11 that we saw, as well as the ratings for that match. Let me go ahead and share that with you guys. We went with the 4-2-3-1. Certainly something that was quite surprising was that, like I said, Daka, was up top alone. We can't, we can't do that. We can't work like that. It's not going to work with Daka up top. Surprisingly, I don't know how Tete had a higher rating than Harvey Barnes. I think Harvey Barnes had more work on the ball, had more, participation with plays. Tete had his moments, for passes, but nothing really to say that he's done, extremely well to get a 6.5. I would give him a 4. Madison, was kind of on the loop, not really doing well. Harvey Barnes, like I said, playing somewhat okay. And Kiernan Dewsbury Hall at times would win the ball, other times would lose it, give up, not a hard pass, would give a pass, to no one. Ndidi, I would say fairly played his position, played his role well. Suter fast. Suter, not talking about the goal that he gave away the last minute of the match. Other than that, it was a pretty solid back line when it came to crosses inside our box, head them out, corners. And yeah, certainly there are some things that perhaps may have improved as far as Ricardo coming on for Tete, but there's nothing there that can back Brendan Rodgers for still being the manager of Leicester City. But of course, I want to hear what you guys think. Leave it all in the comments, chats. Let me know, should he be sacked? Should he even get on the bus back to Leicester, today? He's honestly, we're bad. We're bad. We are in a bad spot right now, and there is no way with this performance, the way it ended, literally the last play of the match, does Brendan Rodgers deserve to not get spoken, to not get sacked before heading back to Leicester City? No, nothing. Nothing there to back Brendan Rodgers. It is done. And, that's something, even though it may help or not, it's something that needs to be done, because we right now are not only are we in the last bottom 3, but there is still a chance if we act now, because there's only a 5-point difference, to get out of that bottom 3 and perhaps go on into top 15, if we're lucky. But certainly these games are going to be tough. If we continue, like I said, with Brendan Rodgers, it's not going to last that long as far as staying in the game within the first 45 minutes. Other than that, pretty much there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else that we could say, let's improve on this while Brendan Rodgers is in charge. Nothing. But yeah, that's pretty much what I had to share. It's a pretty short stream, really. I'm pretty sure all the media will be circulating around what is going to happen within the next 24 hours, 48 hours. Has Brendan Rodgers been sacked now? Who knows? But I will truly semi be surprised if he does get sacked, because I don't see it happening. We had numerous chances for him to get sacked, hasn't gotten sacked, but certainly this one is the big hint, the way it ended, that he needs to be sacked. Just before I end the stream, just want to share this quick little tweet on what he said. Post-match, everything in our hands. It's so tight and it's close. We just have to really concentrate on ourselves. If we do that, we'll be fine. No, we won't. We won't do anything. He's been saying that. And yeah. So fire him. It was a harsh to watch, bro. That last, play. Damn. Yeah. No, certainly it sucks. I was hoping that we would score the last minute and be that team that would score the last goal of the last play of the match, but it didn't happen. And we certainly, felt that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this match, other than let's hope that within the next 24 to 48 hours, Brendan Rodgers is gone. Adios. Someone come on, even though it may be a temporary manager. Who cares? But we need, some sort of change, slightest change. I think that will, bring up the momentum, the confidence, on our players, seeing that there has been somewhat of a change moving forward. But yeah, that's all I have for this post-match review. Stay tuned for next week what we have to see. Right now we're gonna have West Ham play against I think it's, let's see, let me just make sure. West Ham against Southampton. We want a draw, but I doubt it that's gonna happen. We want a draw, or if anything, let's see, really. If anything, Southampton need a win. That's what we need. A win for Southampton or a draw. But yeah, that's all I have for this post-match review. I'll see you guys next time for our next match, which I'm not really even, sure who we play next. Aston Villa. They play right now against Chelsea. So we'll see what happens. I know they have a couple of injuries, but I'll get to that. And it's on Tuesday. Wow. That's close. I didn't even know that. It's close. I thought it was next weekend. Okay, so we have a match in less than 2 days. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll do the pre-match review for Aston Villa, I want to say, on either Monday or tomorrow, depending what happens with the next 24 to 48 hours, if Brendan Rodgers still remains as the manager. But other than that, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for that pre-match review. Take care.